Ever hear a catchy saying and wonder where it came from? There are some unique and very old sayings that we just don't hear as often anymore. Do you know the meaning of these old sayings? I guess being shafted on the job has been around for a long time. This old saying suggests that it's best to agree upon a price for the job and, if possible, get a down payment beforehand. Having livestock on the loose or broken down fences reflected poorly on a farmer. It suggested that they were unable to maintain their farm or properly care for their animals. In some areas of the old country, if your livestock damaged someone's property, they could claim it as their own. The idea was to keep the fences high enough that a horse couldn't jump over them, strong enough that a bull couldn't bust them down, and tight enough that pigs couldn't push through them. Large stumps were difficult to remove when clearing land by hand. Farmers would often plow around them to finish the bigger job of planting crops. Then, as time allowed, they'd return and work on removing the stump. This is used in life to recognize that there are some things we must let go of and not waste time and energy on. As you grow in experience and wisdom, you can return to the problem or situation and deal with it effectively. I was surprised to learn that this meant not accepting a gift without questioning it. I always thought it meant being thankful no matter where it comes from. Much like the term strings attached, which originally referred to the suspicion that comes with receiving a gift without any apparent reason. It implies that the person giving the gift may expect something in return later. Another old meaning of this saying is, if someone gives you something, don't look too closely at it or question it, receive it with gratitude. The fox is a sneaky creature and has to work for his food. This goes together with another of the old sayings, the sleeping fox will catch no chicken. These two mean a person who doesn't work doesn't eat. A lesson many in our society should learn from. No, I don't mean those who can't work to provide, I mean those who can and won't. There's an interesting story to this saying. Back then, piglets sold in open markets were placed in burlap bags to keep them from getting away. Crooked merchants would put large cats in the bags instead of piglets. If the buyer didn't check the bag before he left the merchant, he was stuck holding the bag, another old saying, and was without recourse. He could not prove he didn't swap them once he left the market. A wise buyer would open the bag to look before paying the merchant and let the cat out of the bag. Today, it means to keep a secret. This old saying has a simple yet profound meaning. Applied to many areas of life, it simply means diversifying yourself, your time, energy, and money. Learn everything you can, take care of your whole being, invest yourself in relationships, don't overextend your resources, and don't hyper-focus on any one money-making adventure. This is a truly Southern saying among old farmer sayings. It means someone is so lazy they wouldn't try to hit a snake away with a stick. This would be considered the polite way of saying someone is lying. It stems from the Deep South, where coon hunting dogs were, and in some areas still are, prized. If a dog trailed a rabbit instead of a coon, it was said to be the lion dog. If it was a pattern, it was considered no good for hunting or suitable for nothing liar. Any horseman knows that riding a horse too hard can damage it. A horse that's been allowed to run so hard it becomes lathered must be cooled down slowly, brushed, and dried before being put in a stall to rest. Not doing so could result in the death of the horse and, in the least, could cause pneumonia. I'm sure we're all familiar with this one. It simply means not getting ahead of yourself in any circumstance, but doing things in the proper order. This is another old saying used in many different ways. One member of the TFL community said his grandmother used to sing about her gramophone. It had no volume control, so she would tell them to put a sock in it to turn down the volume of the speaker's horn. Its general use is a polite way of saying shut up or stop speaking. If you've kept chickens, you know when a hen sets hard, she is easily flustered and generally nasty. It also means upset quickly. This old saying emphasizes the value of being proactive and diligent. In farming, getting up early allows one to start chores and work before the day's heat sets in, increasing productivity. Similarly, those who act promptly and seize opportunities are more likely to succeed. Jim Dandy is one of those old sayings that roll off the tongue, right? Now, when you hear someone say Jim Dandy, they're talking about something outstanding,
top-notch, or just plain excellent.
Another old saying from the beloved Ma Ingalls, who gave sage advice to her daughter Laura during a pivotal time. Ma Ingalls shared this sentiment as Laura faced the news of her expectancy with Rose. This saying emphasizes the importance of accountability and facing the results of one's actions. Whether it's a literal payment or the repercussions of a decision, there's a cost associated with every choice made.
So, before indulging in any endeavor, consider the price to be paid, for in life's dance, the fiddler always awaits their due.
This old saying comes from a medieval law stating peasants could use branches of any tree for firewood with one condition. They had to reach the branch using a shepherd's crook or a billhook. Using one or both of these tools, they could get wood for heating and cooking. In our day, it's come to mean something will be done one way or another. In the old days, there were many religious rules about what could and could not be done on Sunday. This made the day seem long, especially for children.
So, of course, this phrase is used to indicate a long, slow period. Snatch your own copy of old sayings and their meanings, rediscover forgotten wisdom. Plus, the Old Sayings Party Game. Click the link in the comments to download your book and party game today.